sister's.
Oh, we're being recorded?
Watch what you say.
You're not, but he's
Oh
gonna
my
do
God.
this speed, so, because people, there wasn't.
That just means you're gonna take another vacation.
Yeah. No, not another vacation.
Getting ready, aren't they?
We're actually gonna be out Thursday. We gotta take care of some business Thursday, so we'll let you know.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, everybody. So we have like 5 seconds, but Eddie's recommending get a chair, get a folding chair, a chair without arms and a chair without wheels. And we're gonna use it part of the time today, not all the whole time. But let's start just getting centered and focused, placing all 4 legs on the mat. And I actually don't, I have a padded chair. And if you have like a metal chair, it's kind of nice to take your blanket or your towel, place it over the seat of the chair, and then scoot close, scoot your bum close to the chair and place your calves on the chair. So if you have a folding chair like I do, you can actually stick your feet through if you like. Right, and get more of your leg on the seat. If not, just as much calf as you can on the seat. And then make sure that the back of your neck is long. You might want to place another blanket or towel under your head or drop from the base of the neck back. And then go ahead and just drop your shoulders, broaden your chest, and extend your arms with your palms up. Please close your eyes. And begin to just breathe a little deeper. And as you are inhaling, right, the belly usually expands, the chest will expand. And as you exhale, just notice as the air, you deplete all the air out. If you can kind of press your lower back into the mat. Feel the lower back being supported by the mat. So continue with that breath work. For about 6 rounds. Just filling your lungs with your breath. And then exhaling slowly. Allowing all your thoughts to kind of go with the exhale. Any kind of fidgety-widgety stuff going on in your body. See if you can really release the body. Release any tension. Just a moment for you to get grounded before we start our practice. And also just having your legs up higher than your heart, right? It's a nice way to actually relax the low back if you've been sitting all day or doing any extraneous work, bending over. It also is good to elevate your feet, your ankles, especially if you have any swelling. And then go ahead and bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart center. Exhale everything out, please. And then close your mouth. Inhale to the count of 1 through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. 6. Hold it. And exhale through your mouth slowly. All the way out. Slowly. Inhale again to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the top, exhale slowly. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it and exhale 6 through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Open your eyes. Release your hands by your side. And just slide your feet closer to you. And you might have to scoot back a little bit and place your arches on the edge of the chair, the arches of your feet on the edge of the chair. And then scoot your bum a little bit closer to the chair, right? A little bit closer. I'm just scooting side to side. And then roll your shoulders under, right? Getting ready like for a little mini bridge pose, and grab the sides of your mat. Thumbs on top, fingers underneath. Good. And then go ahead without pushing the chair away. You're pressing into the edge, right? So you're going to be cautious. You're just going to press into the edge of the chair and see if you can lift your hips up any amount. You don't have to lift up as high as I'm doing here, right? Lengthening my torso fully. If you can, great. That's almost a shoulder stand. If it's right here, great. Just lifting your shoulders. I mean, your hips, excuse me. And then drop the hips all the way down. Yeah. And continuing to hold the mat as if you're drawing it apart. Press into the edge of the chair and draw the hips up however high you can, being cautious not to push the chair away from you. You're pressing into the chair. And then gently draw the hips down. Yeah. We're going to do that one more time. Give yourself a little mini break here. Press the arches into the chair and draw the hips up any amount. So right now I'm just kind of, they're not all the way up. But if you can go all the way up and make your whole torso long, great. Which means your chin should be tucked into your chest. And then really gently drop them down. Take the feet off the chair. And now the feet are on either side of the front legs. And you're pressing the feet down into the mat. And the arches are close into the legs. And then your knees and your thighs, I like them not to be splayed out, but draw them in a little bit. Okay? So they're not completely aligned, but okay, keep them right there. Press into the base of the chair. And then inhale, draw the arms up, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, stretch the arms up as far as you can, lengthen the arms, and draw the arms back, allowing them to go where they go. 3 more breaths here. So feet are squeezing into the base of the chair. Knees are drawn closer to the chair. And we're breathing, stretching the armpits, the arms, the wrists. Bring the arms up, release the hands, draw them down. Good. Now just kind of crab walk backwards, right? And then go ahead and take your feet, your legs underneath the chair. Hopefully you can do that. So now we're just long. Good. And then draw the toes towards your head. Spread your toes. Draw the feet towards your head. Good. Once again, raise the arms up. Hook the thumbs. Spread the fingers. Press the thighs down. Legs are active. Stretch the fingers all the way up to the ceiling. Shoulders come off the mat. And draw the arms back as far as you can. 3 deep breaths here. And allow the arms to come back down. Good. And release. And then go ahead and slide the legs away from the chair. And we're going to come back down to the mat. But take your chair and just take it to the side or push it off. It's going to take a little mini break because you need your whole mat. And just push it off right now. We're going to get back to the chair later. Come back down to the mat. Starting to get warm now. So I can disrobe here a little bit. And go ahead and draw the thighs into your chest. Flex the feet. Drop the shoulders. Lengthen the back of the neck, right? So sometimes we're not aware of what different parts of the body, what's going on. And then rock side to side. Just giving your low back a massage. Starting to work the feet. And then remain in the middle and then point the right foot, flex it again. Point the left, flex. Keep drawing the thighs towards the chest, and we're just pointing and flexing the feet. Try to spread your toes. Working the feet a little bit here. Couple more times. Forward, back, spread those toes. Good. And then drop your legs to one side. Doesn't matter what side. And see if you can open up your arms to a T. Gentle spinal twist. Sort of starting off slowly. Come back to center. Hug the thighs in. Drop the legs to the opposite side. See if you can open up those arms. So once again, if there's shoulder range of motion issues, something's bothering you, it's challenging, it's tense, you can not take that whole arm out and just keep it close to your body or take the hand on top of the hip. There's always modifications we can practice. Honoring our body, where it's at right now. Good. And then come back to center and take that, bend your knees, take that right ankle over your left thigh, foot is flexed to protect the knee. Right hand on the inner right thigh and gently encourage it to move away from you. Right? Gentle. So we're not shoving the leg, we're gently using the breath work. 2 more deep breaths here. And switch sides. Left ankle over right thigh, same thing. Encourage that hip to move away from you a bit. Couple breaths here, deep breaths. And drop that foot down. Draw the thighs in, flex the feet, and take a happy baby. Once again, you don't have to hold on to the feet. You can draw the thighs and the knees down towards you by having your hands behind on the hamstrings, back of the leg. Try to keep the tailbone on the mat and rock a little side to side. Beautiful. Keep the right foot in happy baby and drop the left foot. Half a happy baby. So you could stay right here. You can feel a nice stretch in the hip. Or if you'd like, get a little bit different stretch with the left leg, you can let it stretch out straight. Again, come back to a full happy baby. Rock side to side. And then drop that right foot. Half a happy baby. Remain here. Let's slide that right leg out. Good, and one more time. Full happy baby. Woo. Hug the thighs in. Tuck the chin in and rock forward and back on your spine 3 or 4 times. Beautiful. And then roll right on up. Hello. And let's sit in Sukhasana. Right? Cross-legged position. It's supposed to be called easy sitting. Not so easy for all of us. Once again, you can get a block. Sit up on that. 2 blocks. The edge of a blanket. Whatever works for you to allow you to sit in this posture. Good. Just place your hands on your thighs or your knees. Drop your shoulders. Gently turn your head to the right. Come back to center. Just gentle over the left. And center. Chin to chest. Feel a nice stretch in the back, neck. And come back to center. Bring the hands behind. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. You might be on your fingertips, you might be on your palms. And then gently gaze up, drop the head back. Cautiously. Good, and then come back to center. Look at your legs, switch the crossing. I kind of shook them out. Right, you might have to, if you're sitting up on a block, move around a little bit. Let's practice some soupy rolls. So hands are outside the knees. Let's go slowly at first. Go drop to the right, circle around to the center, come around to the left, and go back. And maybe you want to go a little faster, a little slower, get the shoulders into it, and just start right to move our energy around a little bit, and then go the opposite way. Good. Good for the hips and the knees. And come back to center. And then go ahead, take your legs straight out. Find your strap. And sit in Dandasana, right? So, super deep stretch in the legs. Press the thighs down. Draw the toes back. Sit up tall. Crown of the head is floating upwards, right? Long spine. Yeah, good. Draw the belly in. I would need a little Spanx, but whatever works. And then go ahead, find that strap. Drape it behind your arches. And sit up tall. I love this because I feel like I can really get a deep stretch in the back of my legs. I'm kind of really drawing on the strap, but I'm sitting up tall with my core, drawing the belly in. So the strap is going into the foot and the foot is pressing into the strap. You should really feel a strong stretch in the back of the leg. Yeah, I hope so. And then start to stretch forward from your hips, folding forward. Right? Walk those hands forward. Even a deeper stretch. If this becomes a little too intense, give either back off or give a little bend in the knee. Couple breaths here. Maybe you can stretch a little further and drop the head. And then go ahead, release your body, release the strap. Let's come on up. And bring that chair back onto your mat. Make sure all four legs are placed on the rubber, on the mat. Good. And if you want to keep your, actually, let's take our blankets off for right now. Good. Okay. So standing a little bit away from the chair. Let's just stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. And let's practice 4 half sun salutations using the breath. Here we go. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, fold forward. Draw up halfway, lengthen that spine. Fold forward. And then draw those arms all the way up. Reach up, look up, and bring the hands together in front of your heart center. Again, inhale. Exhale. Draw up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. And then draw those arms all the way up, reach up, look up, and bring the hands to your heart center. Here we go again. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Draw up halfway, lengthen. Fold forward again. And then draw all the way up and bring your hands to your heart center. Let's practice one more. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Draw up halfway. Fold forward. And then draw those arms all the way up. Look up. And bring your hands to your heart center. Beautiful. And let's practice some of our standing poses using the chair. Because we could go a little bit deeper sometimes with the chair, believe it or not. Okay, so we're going to practice warrior two different ways on the chair. Okay, the first way, we're just going to use the chair kind of as a reminder of where our front legs should go, right? So take your feet wide, you're standing side next to the chair, take your feet wide, and then start to turn towards that chair. The foot is a little bit underneath the chair, right? And I want you to look at your alignment. Your front heel should be aligned in the middle of your back foot that's slightly turned, right? And then I want you to start to bend that leg. I might have to scoot back a little, as far as you can until it hits the chair. Draw that hip in and open up. So you have a little bit of a barrier, which is good. And sometimes it allows us to go a little deeper, sometimes not. Good, and then gaze out over that front hand. And then keep the knee touching the chair so that we have good alignment. Back hand goes down, flip the front palm, stay low against the chair, reverse warrior. And then now you can go away from the chair and lengthen like we always do. Okay, 2 more times, here we go. Touch the chair, reverse warrior, away from the chair. Touch the chair, reverse warrior, stretch it away from the chair. And then here we go. We're in warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. And then take your arm to your thigh, as we always do. Or if you want to go a little lower, you could take the arm to the chair, as I'm doing here, your forearm, and turn it. But that's pretty low. But if you want to do that, you can, and then bring the arm up and over to meet your head. You can hold on to the chair and then come back up, straighten the leg, parallel the feet, step or jump the feet together. Let's stand in Tadasana and let's stretch, draw the arms up, hook the thumbs, spread the fingers, and reach to one side. Oh. Stretch up and stretch to the opposite side. Nice. Beautiful. And before we move on, come back to Tadasana, to the opposite side to practice that sequence. We're going to practice Trikonasana because the chair is going to stay right there. We're going to do the same side. So triangle pose with the chair is kind of nice. So separate the feet wide. Turn the feet towards the chair, but the legs stay straight, right? Good. Okay. So I want you to take your arms out and I want you to stretch towards the chair. Keep stretching, and place the hand right in the middle of that chair. Open up the chest. So we're a little bit higher. But what happens is we can go a little deeper. Really open up and then take that arm up above the other arm, keeping the head on the neck. Press into that back leg. Yep, good. If you want to go a little deeper, remaining open, you can take the forearm and bring it down. But that's pretty tight on that front leg. So it's your choice. You're either up like this or you're down. And then come on up. Bring the hands in. Face the chair. Turn the back foot. Guess what? We're going to practice Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, because the chair is great for that. So you might have to move your front leg away from the chair a little bit. We're going to shift our weight into that front leg, right? You're going to place your palm right in the middle of that chair and bring that back leg up. So once again, if you're too close to the chair, you might have to move back a little, okay? But the nice thing is you have this sturdy chair here, and you can always take this hand and place it on the top of the chair. So see if you can raise that leg, since you have the sturdiness of the chair, up to hip height. Beautiful. And then see if you feel sturdy enough with the chair that you can open up all the way to Ardha Chandrasana. You may or may not be able to, but just try it. And then bring the hand down, bring the back foot down, and see if you can slide your hand back. Triangle pose. Pressing into that back leg. Good. And then come on up. So, and then come to Tadasana. So you might feel like, well, I feel like I go a little deeper when I'm on the mat. You might, but you also maybe might feel more successful with half moon, right? With the chair, the sturdiness of the chair. So go ahead, let's switch sides. We're going to do that sequence with this chair switching sides. Okay, so separate the feet wide, turn, and make sure that that shin hits the chair as you slide that back leg back, and that your heel, your front heel, is aligned with the center of your back arch. And then go ahead and come to warrior. Want to go a little deeper, but you're just touching the chair. It's kind of like a little proprioceptive thing here. Gaze out over that hand. Back hand comes down, flip the front palm. Keep touching, connect with the chair. Reach way back, stay with the chair, and then move the leg away from the chair. Good. Come back down to warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse warrior, and then stretch away. Come back down to warrior two, reverse warrior, stretch it out, beautiful. Come back to warrior two, and then we're going to come to extended warrior. So you could go ahead and do it as we usually do it. The shin is still in the chair, and take the forearm to the thigh and open up and extend, which is a lovely pose. Or you can go a little deeper, but you want to try to stay open by taking the forearm to the chair. It's up to you. And then come back to warrior. And then straighten the leg, parallel the feet, bring the feet together. Tadasana. Another stretch. Go ahead and raise the arms up, hook the thumbs, spread the fingers, reach way up, and stretch to the side, way up, stretch to the other side. Very nice. And come down. Same thing we did before. We're going to practice triangle pose. So separate the feet. You're going to be a little bit close to the chair, and turn the feet towards the chair. The legs are straight. Open up the arms. Start to reach, pressing into the back leg. And you're going to place the hand on the chair. Open up. It allows you to really open up wide, and then stack that arm up, right? I'm going to scoot in a little bit closer. There we go. Uttita Trikonasana. Reach way up and reach down. And you can use this hand to kind of help push you up and open you up. Beautiful. Okay, half moon. Turn to the chair. And you might have to step back a little, the front foot. And you're going to shift your weight. Place that hand on the chair. You can even use your opposite hand on the top if you like. And see if you can take that leg up to hip height. Yeah, that's what's nice with the chairs. We can really try to get into some postures that we might not be able to with the block. And now if you're feeling secure, see if you can open up and take that arm up with the legs, stack it up for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Woo! Now, gently come back to Trikonasana. Come back up. Bring the hands in, step or jump the feet together. Beautiful. And just roll the shoulders back. Yeah. Roll the shoulders forward. And together back. And together forward. And then flip the palms backward swimming. Once again, if your shoulders are cranky, don't go all the way around. Just kind of bend your shoulders your elbows rather, like I'm doing here. Good. Beautiful. Okay, let's practice. We're gonna do some twists in a minute, but I just want you to step a little bit away from the chair. We're gonna do a little bit of balance. And I want you to just bring the one foot up. I don't care what it is. Mine happens to be the left foot. And then I want you to bring your arms up and bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Good. And then just gently a little bit of a twist. Right, we're on one leg, turning away from that bent knee. Good. And then come back and then turn towards the other side of the bent knee. So my back is to you. Now, you could stay right here. It's a nice twist. Plus, we're working on our balance. If you want to go a little deeper, you could take the outside of the elbow into the knee, and the knee goes into that, and press up. Draw the sternum up for a deeper twist. You don't have to. And then come back to center and step back down. Same thing with the other leg. Other leg goes up. Bring the arms up and hands come to your heart center. So you're pressing the foot into the chair and you're pressing the foot into the mat. Start to turn towards the inside of the bent knee. And then come back to center and turn to the outside of the bent knee. Nice little twist. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, you're going to take that elbow and you're going to dip down, and the knee is going to stay stacked over the ankle. You're pressing the knee into the elbow and the elbow into the knee. Press the hands together and draw the sternum up. A little bit deeper twist. Up to you. Perfectly fine to stay upright. And then come back to center and bring the foot down. All right, we're just going to do a little stair climbing. So we're going to start simple, stand in Tadasana. You're just going to bring left foot up, bring it down. Right foot up, bring it down. Left, we're going to do this about 10 times, that's 4. 5. Watch your balance. 6, 7, 8, 9, good. 10, great. Bend and have you place your hands on the edge of the chair. Make sure that all 4 legs are on the mat. Walk your feet back. Feet are hips width or a little wider apart. And you're really pressing in your hips and the back of your legs. Your head is dropping in between the arms. And you're really, really long in the spine. Right? Half dog. Kind of an Adho Svanasana. Spread your toes really deep in the back of the legs. Nod your head, yes, I love this, and my head is relaxed. Couple more breaths here. Beautiful. And then keep your hands on the chair. Walk your feet in a tiny bit. Halfway. Bend the knees vigorously. Drop the head. Release the hands from the chair. Hang over. Let the head drop. So you're in a deep fold, but the knees are bent. This is also really nice for the low back. If your back's been bugging you at all, keep the head down and see if you can lengthen your legs. Any amount. Taking the hips up. Grab onto the elbows, drop the head. Switch sides. And folding onto the elbows. Release the arms, bend the knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Very nice. Excuse me. Okay, so let's do a couple of different things with the chair. Bring your chair into the middle of your mat. Another forward fold. We've done this before. Take your towel or your blanket and place it just for comfort, especially on our hips. And please be careful. So what you're going to do is separate your feet wide. Now, it depends how high your chair is and where your hips are and your pelvis, okay? Because what we're going to do is, so you're going to have to figure that out with your chair and your feet. We're going to place our right above our pelvis bone on the chair. Right? And your feet are parallel. Roll the shoulders back and down. Squeeze the elbows together. Really hinging from the hips. Yeah. I want you to hold the top of the chair if you can. It depends how high the chair is. And then drop your hands too. So we do this posture, this pose when we're on the mat, right? But we have blocks. So press up from the chair. You can kind of go really deep on this if you want. And you're just going to have to figure out what best suits the height of your torso and your pelvis in the chair. And then fold forward if you can. Bend your elbows even deeper. Drop your head. Your head may rest on the mat or the chair. It may not. Draw the elbows in. I'm holding the edge of my chair. But you might be taller than me, so your head, your forehead might be on the edge of the chair. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs. And then release the arms, if you will, if you can. If not, stay here. Release the arms and find the legs of the chair. And then see, my chair has a bar, if you can find that bar. So I'm scooting a little bit forward so that I can make my torso, my spine even longer. Now my chin is almost to the edge of the chair. And then either stay here, or maybe you were here. So the back of your legs should be just going, wow, deepest stretch ever. And see if you can take your arms behind you, and you're either going to grab your wrists or you could clasp your hands. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and maybe you can lift the arms up a little bit. My head is now sitting, my forehead is on the edge of the chair. Not 100% comfortable, but that's okay. Now release the arms. Walk your hands back up to the seat. Press the arms straight. Have a long back, a long spine, like I can place a cup of hot tea there. It's a nice little table. Now, keep everything where it is. I want you to take your hands on the side of the chair. My thumbs are in front, right? And what we're going to do is just roll our elbows in. It's kind of like when we do chaturanga, and I make you take your knees down. I want you to come down, drop down, and push back up. Straight arms. So it's kind of like a safe push-up. Drop down and push up. Good. Straight arms. When you drop down, try not to let your elbows go out. Drop down, drop your head, and push the arms up. So you're bending the elbow and you're straightening. This is 4. Push up. This is 5. We're going to do 5 more. Of course, you can stop anytime you need to. Bend, drop the head, and come up with a long back. 4 more. Come on down, and come on up. 3 more. Down, draw the elbows in. Press the arms straight. 2 more. Drop that down. Come on up. And last one. Down and up. Walk the hands back. Draw yourself up. Good job. Step to the side of your chair. Good. Good. So it's kind of a safe way to practice certain muscles, certain moves we do on the mat. Come and sit on your chair and you're sideways. You don't have to have your blanket on there, but you can if it feels good. So find your block. I should have said that before I sat down. Find your block. Sit so that your bum is here. Maybe you have to scoot a little, depending, once again, how long your legs are. Take the block and place them between your thighs and your knees. Look down at your feet and make sure that the feet are parallel. Toes aligned. Squeeze the block. Sit up tall. Draw the belly in. Take a deep breath here. And then take the hand, squeeze the block. You're not moving the legs. Gently, from the base of your spine, you're going to turn from the lower spine and place your hands on the back of the chair. Place your hands on the back of the chair, right? I know my back's here. I should do it forward also. The other way I will. Huh?
You look good.
Okay. And then drop your shoulders, right? And then you can use very gently, mind you, you can use one hand, I'm using my right hand, to gently just draw my shoulder back. I'm pushing a little, not a lot. And with my other hand, I'm pulling. So I'm going a little bit deeper into my spine, but you're being very cautious, right? Sit up tall, crown of the head spirals upward, and maybe you might not be able to. You're going to gaze over to that right shoulder or left if you went the opposite way. And sit up tall, draw the belly in. Let's take 3 more breaths here, deep breaths. Beautiful. And then come back to center. Switch sides. Good. So switch sides. I'm going to just turn my chair. I know you know how it looks. Good. Okay.
Your back's so good.
No, now my front will face you. Okay, opposite way. Look at your feet. Take the block. What the block does is it keeps it. Sometimes when we do a twist, whether we're on the mat or not, what happens, I don't know if you could see with my leg, is one of my knees goes forward. We don't want that. So take your block, squeeze it together, make sure everything is aligned. Place your hands on the chair. Drop your shoulders and begin to use the hands kind of as a lever. Sit up tall to give yourself a gentle twist. Squeeze the blocks together. You can always check to make sure that everything is level. You can look down at your knees and your feet. Good. And then draw that shoulder back. Sit up tall. Gaze out over that shoulder if you can, or just move your eyes, and let's take 3 more breaths here. Good, and come back to center. And then let's go ahead. You won't have to change your chair, just me. And I want you to just sit in the chair, but I want you to scoot to the edge of it. Make sure all 4 corners of the chair are on your mat. Or you can also have your chair against the wall if that's available to you. Okay, so my bum is almost off the chair, a little bit on it, okay? And I want you to first take an inhale and look at your feet. Are they level? Are the thighs level? As if you had a block in them. I want you to inhale, draw the arms up, reach way up, look up, and bring them back down. Do that 2 more times. Reach up and come back down. Again, reach up and come back down. Good. And then what I'd like you to do is find the back of the chair. It might be underneath, it might be low. I'm going right kind of where, because I'm in a folding chair, right underneath the back seat. I want you to, oh, I'm caught. I want you to roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze the shoulder blades together so you have a nice open chest, and grab the back of the chair or the back of the seat. Yes. And that's just a really nice stretch. Yeah. Kind of like when we do cat-cows. So really puff that chest out. And then gaze up at the ceiling. And then release. Good. And then come, still holding onto the back of the chair. You might have to separate your feet a little bit. Come forward. So you're pulling on your arms a little bit because you're holding the back seat. You're drawing your spine long. Very good. Drop the head. Take a few breaths here. And come back up. And let's go ahead and scoot back a little further. And we're going to take goddess, but we're going to take it. Actually, you gotta kind of figure out with the chair since I'm not with you in the room. And we're going to take our feet as wide as we can. So you could sit wherever feels comfortable for you in the chair. So heels come in, toes go out. Woo! This feels like gnarlier than when I'm standing, actually. So you might really dig it, or you might feel a lot of stuff going on. But that's good, right? Good. Okay. So you don't want your knees to drop in. You want them to pull out. And in fact, take your hands inside your knees. And you're not pressing hard, but you're encouraging them to move out. Yeah. And then just like we do standing, let's go ahead and place our hands on our knees. Roll one shoulder back and drop the other shoulder. And come down. And then come back up without letting those thighs come in. Other side, roll it down. Oh yeah. And let's do that a few more times. Roll one back, one down. Press the feet in and don't let those knees drop in. I think it's a bit more challenging to keep the thighs out in the chair, but that's just me. We all have, right? Different bodies, different muscles going, different times. Couple more. Roll down, come back up, roll down, come back up. Last one, roll down, come back up. Good. And then you're going to take your feet so that they're parallel and the heels are pressing into the outside of the chair. Okay? Feet are parallel. Your knees aren't going to be, they're going to be out a little bit, but you're pressing everything in, especially the feet are kind of hooked in there, the heels. Good. And then you're going to bring the arms up, inhale, and start to fold forward. Press those heels in, fold forward. Look how I'm reaching, reach. Keep reaching. And then drop down. So if you don't touch the mat or the floor, that's okay. Grab some blocks, right? Grab a block or two. Grab your blocks. I'm going to pretend I have blocks here. Good. Drop your head down. Let the neck be free. That's why we love blocks. Put them at the height you need. Press the heels in there. Now, take the blocks with you, if need be, to raise the floor up to you, or walk the hands back inside the legs of the chair. Keep pressing into your feet, into the chair legs. Now, can you reach back a little further? You might have to scoot your bum back so that you can fold forward deeper. I'm going to try to reach my hands through to find the back rung. I just scooted my bum back to the back of the chair. Drop your head. You may or may not be able to do this. It's okay. We're getting ready for Cirque du Soleil. Let the head be free. Walk the hands back. Walk the hands in front. And with an inhale, flat back, come up. Woo! And just bring the legs together. Sit closer to the edge of the chair. Bring one leg up. Sit up tall. We're always sitting up tall. And then bring the other leg up. Bent knee, thigh comes in. Point and flex that foot. Circle it around one way and then the other. And then take that leg out. Holding onto the leg, that's perfectly fine. See if you can get it really straight. And then see if you can let go with one hand and bring that arm out. Good. And then bring that hand back in and let the other hand go. You know where I'm going with this, right? Now, if you can, hold that leg up, both arms come out, sit up tall. Couple breaths here, yeah, oh, one more breath, come on. And then come down, round down, let your head drop, let the hands drop. Come back up. Let's take that other leg in. Point and flex. Circle around a bit. Circle around the other way. Good. And then take that leg out, holding on to it, of course. You can also get a strap if you like, right? But this is a little more challenging. Sit up tall. Take one arm out. Still holding with the other arm. Bring that hand in, take the other arm out. Keep the leg up. Can you take both arms out? And can you take 3 breaths here? And try not to sink into your back. Sit up tall. One more breath. And round down. Yeah. And roll on up. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and stand. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I'm sorry. Let's do, even though we did it while we were on our backs, it's different. I'm scooting a little bit away from the back of the chair. It's up to you how far, how much of your thigh you want on the chair during this. So we're gonna practice figure 4, seated, which can be a little bit different. So go ahead, get that right leg up and see if you can take the ankle and bring it across your opposite leg, right? I'm gonna sit a little closer to the edge. And your foot is gonna be flexed to protect the knee. And maybe you can take that leg out a little bit. Down a little bit. So sometimes seated, the stretches and the postures, you feel different muscles, might be easier for you, might be more challenging. And then gently bring that leg down. Make sure your feet are parallel and gently cradle that leg and bring it up. Foot is flexed. In other words, the toes draw towards the knee to protect it. Sit up tall, draw the belly in. Good. And then bring that leg down. Okay, a little more balance. Come on up. Yeah. So let's practice. Let's turn our chair so that we're facing the back of it. Okay. So you just are able to hold it if you want. You don't have to at the side. Yeah. And so we're going to practice Najarasana, dancer pose, right? So you're going to bend. My left leg is going to be the straight leg and I'm holding onto the left chair, to my left side. Doesn't have to. You're standing up straight. You're not leaning on the chair and you're going to bend your right knee. Roll the right shoulder back and see if you can grab that right ankle. Maybe, maybe not. Straighten that opposite leg that's standing straight. Right? So this might be your Najarasana. And then if you want, maybe you can bring that leg back a little, up. And maybe bring that arm out. Right? And then come back down. Good. You can also, just showing you a different way, we're going to do the opposite leg now. You can also have the chair in front of you like so if you don't want to do sideways. Okay, so I'm just showing you some modifications. So, like you can be on the edge if you want and hold it here. So opposite leg, I'm going to bend my left leg And I'm gonna roll that left shoulder back and try to grab that left foot. So this might be your dancer pose. Just working towards being able to bend that leg with the quad enough to grab the ankle. Then you can take that arm out, and that's great balance. And then if you want to really reach forward and take that leg up, and you always have the chair here, which is nice, right? Either in front of you or the side, to hold on to and really work on your balance. Yeah. Well, you always have the chair, and then come back down. Right? Okay, tree pose. We don't really need the chair right now for tree pose because I know most of you can do it without the chair, but you've got it there if you want it, right? Instead of a wall. So standing in Tadasana. Just take one foot out, bend that knee, and bring the foot to the foot to the calf, or the foot inside all the way. Hands come to our heart center. And maybe we can get some branches. Keep the breath moving. If you start to fall, guess what? The chair's right there. Grab the chair, hold the chair. Bring the hands to your heart center and bring the foot down. Nice. And so I'm just going to have the chair on the other side just because I can. Good. So, other leg. Foot goes out, bend the knee, foot on calf, or foot all the way up. Another thing you can do, I'm going to just show you a little trick, is to have the chair closest to you if you have your knee up, right? So that it kind of hooks in there. Yeah, that's a little trick. Yogi tricks, right? And then see if you can get that arm up. Branches for the tree. And then come back down. And then gracefully come back down. Tadasana. Let's do a tiny bit more stretching. Right. So standing in Tadasana, just bring the arms forward, clasp the fingers, flip the palms, reach way up, and look up. Reach to one side, and reach to the opposite side, and come on up, and release your arms. And just for fun, we're going to practice chair pose next to our chair though. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale, start to bend at the hips, bend at the knees, bring the arms up. Yes. Bring the hands into your heart center. Stay low. Gently turn to the right for a slight twist. Come back to center. Turn to the left for a slight twist. Come back to center. Release the arms and stand up straight. Nice. Utkatasana. Great. Okay. Let's come back down. And let's do a little come to your shins. Have your chair in front of you. All four corners there. Come to your shins and stretch your arms out like we do on the mat to the back of your chair. And then try to allow your chest to come down a bit and your head is in between your arms. So pretty much it depends how long your arms are. My forearms are on the seat. My hands are on the back. And I'm taking a few breaths here. And I'm going to walk my hands back. And I'm going to take my big toes together, my knees apart, and I'm going to come down to a child's pose. Forehead on the mat, forehead on stacked hands, or on a block. Let your arms float back and around your shoulders. 3 breaths here. And then gently come back up. And last chair pose. Now make sure all four of, for sure, your legs are on the chair. So we're kind of going to do a reverse tabletop. So what I want you to do is sit on the edge of the chair. We're just going to do this before we stretch and go into Shavasana. And hold the edges of the chair. We're going to start with you kind of all your whole butt's almost off the chair. I don't know if you could see mine, butt in black. And just take your leg out, roll your shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. The reason we're doing this because we're going to end up with both feet out. I don't want you to hurt yourself or slide off. Slide that foot back and then slide the other foot forward. Just take it straight. And what I'm getting at is what we're going to do is we're going to do two poses. One is going to be reverse chair. Reverse tabletop. So normally, right, we're on all fours and you could put hot tea on our back. This time, we're going to keep the knees bent. You might have to take the feet a little bit, maybe depending how tall you are, 2-3 feet away from the chair. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades back, press into the chair seat and press up and bring the hips up, right? We're not quite chair pose, but kind of reverse, right? Look up to the ceiling. It's really a strengthening pose. Now, come back down. Slide your bum back on the chair. Hopefully everybody's safe. So we're going to do that again, but this time if you want to straighten your legs and it's a deeper pose, you can. So roll the shoulders back and down, press up into the chair, come up with your hips, and then you could slide one leg out, see what I'm doing here, and then the other leg and look up to the ceiling. So it's like reverse plank instead of tabletop, reverse plank. Yeah, and then bring that one foot in, reach back and find the chair. Spread your legs wide, bring your arms up, give me a big inhale, and then exhale, fold forward, drop the head, drop the head. Come back up. Gently find your way to the mat. Grab your blankie. Place it on your chair. Just like we started in the beginning. If you want to get warm or you want to place an extra block or another blanket on top of your belly. So weight is really nice for grounding and just feeling comfortable. Please do that. Make sure you're warm. So I know we don't get sometimes as sweaty as we might if we just do all mat work, but you might feel a little bit different muscles from going a little deeper. Go ahead, bring those legs up. Same way we started. Rock yourself down. We're going to move into Shavasana. Take your hands on top of your shoulders and press them away from your ears and press them down a bit. Release your arms by your side. Exhale everything out. Please inhale to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. Exhale slowly. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shavasana. Allow the chair to hold your legs wherever they are. The earth, your mat, to hold your torso. The rest of your body relaxes. Release your fingers. Unclench your jaw. Soften your breath. And find Shavasana. Gently take your legs off the chair very quietly. Roll to one side. Using your arm as a pillow, knees are bent. Take a few breaths there. And gently use your hands to bring yourself up to a seated posture, sitting up tall. Eyes closed or gazing downward. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center, thumbs touching your chest. Bowing your head to honor yourself for your practice of yoga. Continuing to integrate your mind, body, and your spirit. Please continue to live with gratitude, generosity, and grace. Walk in love and light. Namaste.